Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the month of September 2025. On this reading we are gonna see three situations that might happen in your life during this month of September. They might be three different situations, or they might be three situations which are part of a, let's say, bigger picture. This is Cards and Coordinates. My name is Sylvia, and let's go. As usual, we are going to be reading with the Lenormand Oracle. We're going to start with this deck, which is the Primal Lenormand, to ask which three situations you might encounter during the month of September. So let's see. Which three situations might a Scorpio encounter? Okay. Size and ring. This looks like cutting out a commitment. I think Pisces had the same combination. Snake and tree. So far we have, with the size and the ring here, you're cutting off a commitment or cutting off a repetition in your life. With the snake, it's either you are shedding skin. I believe you had the same in August too, or it might be someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. And the tree here is talking about growth. What is growing on in your life? Okay, let's start with the first one. This is another Lenormand deck. This is called the Garden of Secrets. I believe that's the right translation. So we will see, show us first situation for Scorpio. What is this first situation bringing for Scorpio during this month of September? Okay, let's see what we have here. Another tree, bouquet, clouds, anchor, and size. Okay, you have two sizes here. Let's get all the cards first, and we will start with the reading. Tower, birds, moon, cross, mountain. And here we have the clover, ring, book, woman, and a sheep. Okay. So here, center of the reading, we have the moon, which is talking about reputation and also about feelings. Let's start with the first one. You started with the size and the ring, and as I said, this definitely looks like cutting off a commitment, or if you have been going through an addiction, because we have the clouds here with the bouquet. So if you have been going through an addiction and you have been like quitting, going back, September might be the month where you definitely quit and stop the repetition with that addiction. Like, you will come out clean and not go back to it. Especially since we have the snake here. With the snake, we have the tower and the mountain, starting and closing the reading, which are two cards of isolation, two. And with the birds and the cross, probably you know, like when we have an addiction, any kind of addiction, normally it is not just us. We have, let's say, like a group of people that we might share that addiction with, and it looks like you are going to cut ties with these people because you are not interested in going around this circle anymore in your life. Probably they don't know about this yet because we have the book here. On the last row with the clover and the sheep, maybe there is someone who is coming from outside that can give you a hand with this or can help you, you know, like in some way with this. And you have the ring here and the woman and the book. So this is something that you are working on in private. Maybe this was something that you were doing, you know, in your private life when no one was looking at you, but just with this group of people. And if there is someone in your life, like family or other types of friends, probably they didn't know about this. So, as I said, yeah, that was something very private for you. And now I see you living this addiction. Let me feel. Because one thing is what the cards are saying, but every reading has a different feeling to it. And we have the narrative here of this addiction, but can also be that you're cutting off a commitment, or maybe someone who was not good for you. Maybe this was the person, or you were with a person who has an addiction and you are realizing that this person is not good for you. Because you see, we have the ring here and the anchor, which are like commitment cards, marriage cards, stability cards, and also the tree as well as something that has been growing for a while. So it might be that you are with someone that has an addiction and you have been trying to help this person and this person didn't want to be helped. And now you are deciding that enough was enough and that you are leaving this person. With the snake here, as we said, shedding skin, in the sense of before I was giving you like half of my life, and that was like my way of being because I wanted to help you. I wanted to have a good relationship with you. So, you know, like you were helping this person to quit this addiction, but now you are realizing that this is not possible. So you will have, with the birds and the cross here, a conversation with this person, with the moon, telling them that although you love them, this is not sustainable for you anymore. So you will be giving them an ultimatum. Either they quit or you are leaving. You believe in this person. So it's not something, or it's not, better said, they are not someone who you are willing to give up on if they do something for themselves. If they don't, you are clear that you are leaving. You say that this is a problem, but also that this is a problem with a solution. But if they don't want to participate in the solution, you're not going to be there to help them anymore. So it will be for you like a final conversation. With the trees here, we have 2 trees. This is obviously not something new. This is something that has been going on for a while, and you have been thinking as well for a while that if this person doesn't change, you're not going to be here anymore to help them. Although you have feelings for them, but your feelings for them, they are not enough to keep you in that relationship. Because somehow you might be feeling that this person is like carrying you with them, like to a hole, and it is getting to a point for you where it's going to be either you or them. So you're starting to realize that you have to choose, because maybe both things cannot be together at the same time. So if this person is deciding to stay as they are, you don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to play this game anymore. You really, really, really had a commitment with this person. Like they are someone important to you. With the woman on the ring here, this is a married woman. But no, it's not working for you. On another note, might be that you find out about this and like all of a sudden, and at that moment you have this conversation where you're terminating the relationship, because this is something that you cannot tolerate in your life and something that you don't want for your life. Let's see if we can see something else. Yeah, it has a confusing vibe. Like something hidden here in this reading. Woman, Tower, Dog, Key, and Fox. Okay, this makes it clearer. You knew about this. You knew about this. You have been by their side. You have been not only a good partner, but also a good friend who was supporting them, who was trying to find a solution for them. But it got to a point where you realized that it was not going to work anymore for you. And with the fox here, which is mirroring you, looks like you were already thinking about leaving. Like you already have a foot out of the door. You already have a foot out of the door. So yeah, this final conversation and ultimatum, either you change or I leave. Clover, Bats, Sheep, Fishes, and Mountain. If you haven't left before, if you haven't left before because maybe you didn't have the financial means, you're going to find them. Maybe you are going to be offered a job in another city that is going to provide you with this money that you need to move out. Or maybe this money is going to come through someone who is important or older than you, who will be helping you with the money that you need to to leave this person. If you were feeling guilty, or if you were feeling like you couldn't see the way out, you will be having a lucky moment. We have 2 clovers here. So there's going to be some luck coming your way to help you live. In whichever the way you need this help. It might be money, it might be someone offering you a job, it might be someone offering you a place to stay. So like people around you, people who can do it, I mean, who have the means to help you, but who are already around you, are the ones who are going to help you reorganize your life again. And if this is going on right now, this is something that you are keeping secret. You're not telling this person. So the moment you have the conversation, like you're coming to the table very clear. It's either this or I leave. And if you don't change, like right now, my luggage is already packed and I'm leaving this place. Let's see one more. Mice, bear, bouquet, birds, and letter. Maybe your efforts to communicate with this person, or the idea that you have in your mind, like this is how I'm going to approach them, this is what I'm going to tell them, is not going to land in good terms with the mice and the letter here. Like they won't be receiving your words in the sense that you are speaking them. Like they will be twisting your words. Like for example, if you confront them with the, look, we have a problem here because you have this addiction and this is hurting me and this is hurting our lives, they will be like putting the blame on you. Coffin, house, size, whip, and a stork. Yes, there will be an argument, but this argument is going to end up with you just taking your luggage and leaving the home. It looks like you are so over this situation. As I said, an ultimatum. It's either this or I leave. You're at this point where you see a real change and a real commitment from this person, or you're not going to put up with this anymore. No, even though you have feelings for this person, and yeah, you have been together for a long time, but no. No, you don't want this for your life. You don't want this. I see you, yeah, like living. All right, so to recap, this is what we have for this reading. If, first situation, you are trying to quit an addiction, you will be successful with that, but you will need to leave the people that you are hanging out with. So you will tell them, like enough was enough, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore because I want to change my life. If your partner is the one who is going through an addiction, You will try to talk to them. Doesn't look like they're going to be very receptive. But the moment that you sit at the table to talk to them, you will be already telling them, like, this is my final decision, so either you quit this addiction or I'm leaving this house. If you didn't leave before because you didn't have enough money or you didn't have a place to stay, someone around you will be giving you a hand, either with money, offering you a new job, or just opening their doors for you so that you can stay with them for a while until, you know, like, you get on track. And this was your reading for September. So thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.